Today we're going to talk about exercise. How many of you like doing exercise? Let me see the hands. Okay. How many of you know that doing exercise is very important to maintain our health? Okay. How many of us do it often, regularly? Whether it's walking outside, riding your bike, swimming, playing with your children, grandchildren. Well, studies show that about 80% of Americans do not get the recommended amount of exercise that they need. And Dr. Patel says they know exercise is important and good for their health, but yet they don't get enough of it. Now, the top leading diseases in America are diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Why? Because we don't get enough exercise, one of the key reasons. And it is because in our world today, we have this mentality. Tell me if you've seen this before. Live for today, right? We rather get rewarded today rather than wait for it in the future. And we need to break this habit. We need to see that we need a better future, we need a better present, and that there are benefits in exercise. And we're going to see what kind of benefits we receive even now. Even as you do the exercise, when you first start off, there are benefits that we can reap from it. So let's see what they are. It makes you happy. How many of us want to be happy? When you do exercise, you actually release these beta endorphin hormones, and they make you have, or they produce a clear mind, that happy hormone. So you have a clear, happy state of mind. It also helps you, if you're having problems with sleeping, it's a sleeping aid. So I know that in America, a lot of people have issues with sleeping disorders. So if you do exercise before going to sleep, that actually helps your muscles relax, releases tension, and you'll be able to fall asleep better. It also helps you recover from depression because it helps you clear your mind, especially if you do it outside. It is a stress reliever. It increases your blood flow, and it protects from certain types of cancer. When you are doing exercise, it helps you to have a clean blood flow, and it helps to bring oxygen to all parts of your body. It helps to reduce heart attacks. It helps to reduce your glucose level and your high blood pressure, especially if you do it outside in the sunlight. You can receive the benefits from the sun, from the fresh air, and that will really benefit you. It also increases your endurance and your energy. It helps you to balance your weight, lose some extra pounds. It helps you to feel and look better, feel and look younger. And it also helps for you to recover your memory. And one of the most important things that you should remember about exercise is that it helps to increase white blood cells. And what white blood cells do is they combat diseases, viruses, infections in your body. So the more of these cells you have, the more of these soldiers you have, the more you'll be able to defend your body or help defend your body from the sicknesses that affect us daily. So how do we get started? I have here a list of tips, and the first one is that exercise can be fun. So pick your favorite sport. Your favorite exercise, whether it's swimming, running, walking, and there's a list of things you could do. Gardening, even gardening is a great way to exercise, a great aerobic. Tip number 2, find a friend to work out with. Sometimes it could be boring to do exercise by yourself, and sometimes you need encouragement. So when you feel like you want to give up, you have someone there that's going to push you, and the same, back and forth. Tip number 3, challenge yourself. Maybe there's a new exercise that you could do. Maybe there's water aerobics. If you have joint problems, swimming will be a great help for that. You can also maybe, if you don't like walking, you could walk and you can learn to love it. Sometimes we don't like a certain exercise in the beginning, but we learn to love it. Tip number 4, change your scenery. Sometimes if you're only in the gym, it can get tiring. You can go walk at the beach, walk in the mountains. Change your scenery. It will really help. And number 5, you can plan out your days. Sometimes we feel like there's no time in my schedule. But if you just look at your daily schedule, look at what you're doing all week long, maybe take 2 weeks to do that. Evaluate your week and see how you spend your time. And you can see where you could cut, where there's extra time. Maybe less time doing this, maybe less time watching TV, maybe less time. Sometimes we just sit around doing nothing. Maybe we could take those times, right? 15 minutes a day, 2 times a day will really make a difference. And number 6, remember, you are never too old. There are testimonies out there of ladies who have started to go swimming because they had joint problems. And they started at the age of 69. And she became one of the world records of, she's over 100 years old now, and she's still swimming, and she won a swim meet. 100 years old swimming, and she started when she was 69 because she had joint pain. So you're never too old. The Lord wants to bless us, and he wants us to rise and embrace all the blessings that he wants to pour out on us. And here's a promise in Hebrews 12:12-13, where he says, "Therefore strengthen the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, so that what is lame may not be dislocated, but rather be healed." The Lord wants to heal us. Let's cooperate with him so that he can bless us in many ways.